Hello and welcome to our channel once again. If you are new here, please do well to subscribe, like and comment. And if you have any question, if there's any water filtration process that you want me to treat or to teach you, kindly do comment. I will do a video on that and I will teach you step-by-step DIY steps on how to achieve the perfect purification or filtration process or method. Okay, so anytime you want to do a filtration, you will need to go for a filtration tank. The filtration tanks comes in different sizes. This one is 16 by let me see. This one is 16 by 65. 16 by 65. There are some. This one is 10 by 54. We have 12 by 48. We have 10 by 35. We have 14 by 65. We have them in different sizes. But the point of today's video is to show you how you can actually minimize the cost of treating your water by utilizing readily available media that you can purchase from just by the roadside, instead of using the imported media, which is quite expensive. A bag of 50 kilogram of sand costs around more than 500 Ghana cedis. And this same sand, gravel, and sand can actually be gotten way cheaper by the roadside. So follow me. That's what I'm going to show you today on how to do that, and how to set up your own purification multimedia system, either for your fish farming, even for your whole house purification, if you are on Ghana water. And also stick around. I'll be showing you how to desalinate your water, how to set up a reverse osmosis system to desalinate your water. There's this place very close to the Trinity College Road there, just after UPSA. So that's where we'll be going to buy the sand. The right mix has to be achieved. You need to buy them in different diameters or in different sizes, so as to be able to achieve the various steps of purification. If not, you may not get the right steps of purification. Most especially if you are a fish farmer, you need something like this. And if you rely on either stream as your source of water, this is going to come very handy. It's really going to benefit you if you are someone who would like to do it yourself. If you're trying to cut down the cost of either purchasing directly from the store or from water treatment reseller or seller, this is really going to be beneficial. But if you're on Ghana water, you will need more than sand. You need to also add activated carbon. You can actually do your own carbon yourself. Just that it's not going to be activated. It's going to be ordinary charcoal. That too can also achieve something tangible. So we've gotten to where we'll be buying the sand, and I'll be showing you different types of sand that you can actually use for your water filtration without you using the conventional or the so-called imported water sand or the filtration sand. So okay. So we'll be buying this. This is something you can actually get quite easily from any of these sand sellers. You'll be needing this. They'll be bedding the system with this. You can also buy this as well. This one is also not bad. This is not bad. No, not this. Not this. This is too dirty and it has some fossil. Boss, good morning. Please, this one bag. Yes, sir. 40 cedis. 40 cedis? Yeah. Hey, the price go like that?
Yeah.
So we're buying a basket of this is 40 cedis. So we're buying two bags. That should be able to do whatever you want to do. So if you don't want to do the heavy lifting yourself, then you can get someone to do it for you. That's the problem. You need the water treatment company to do the lifting and the bucket force for it. That's what we get paid for. No, technically.
So here is the imported media. You can see how clean and clear this one is. You can see how clean and clear this one is, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So here the one that just bought herself. This is like the beach sand, but they call this one graffiato. They call this one graffiato, and this one they call this one the borehole sand. They call this one borehole filter sand. You can see how dirty it is, but it's something you can actually disinfect. Something you can actually disinfect by chlorinating it. So that's the one we got. Actually, a bag of these or a basket was 40 cedis. So there are two. That's 80 cedis. And this one, the borehole gravel, the borehole filter gravel is, I think it was 20 cedis. That's right. So in total, the 3 bags like 100 cedis. But a bag of this is 750 cedis. A bag of this is 750 cedis, but it's 50 kilogram. 50 kilogram bag of this is 750 cedis. But these 3, you can actually achieve something very good with this if you know how to go about it. So now it's time for us to decide on which of the filtration tank to go for. For the purpose of this demonstration, I will go for the transparent. I mean, not transparent, but with this color, like the neutral color, you'll be able to see the level of the media, because that's the whole point. It's not just about you buying the media. You need to know how to properly set the media up for you to know for you to get the best out of the filtration process. First, you need to put glue here, just so it's the mouth of your pipe. But because this video is just for demonstration, after the whole setup, I'll be discharging. I'll be emptying the tank, and I wouldn't want to, waste this whole thing. So I won't be putting glue, but normally you put glue here, put glue inside here, then you put your glue here before you see the thing is very loose. The thing is very loose. It's not okay, you can see that it's very loose. It's not really so let me see down the first one. So you will set that. Drop the pipe into the filtration tank. So when cutting, it has to flush to the mouth of this. It has to flush. So you need to make sure the right axis. You need to make sure this pipe is properly centered. It's properly centered in the tank. You cut there. I'm using this just for those probably who only have access to the saw. Normally I would have used this, but for the sake of those who don't have access to something like this, see, if you look inside, there's something like a lid. So when you pour the sand or the media, it passes the side. But this lid here is going to cover the mouth. The lid here is going to cover the mouth of your pipe like this. So meaning it's going to prevent the media from entering into your pipe. You wouldn't want that to happen. Okay, so that's the whole point of this water filter funnel or whatever. But in case you don't have something, but you may not have access to something like this, then you can do it. You can get a paper, push it into there, just to prevent the sand from entering into the pipe. Once you are done with that, then you pour your sand into the tank. Make sure you try as much as possible to prevent sand from entering into the pipe. So it's going to be something like this. So for the sake of this particular setup, I will change it back to my funnel just to make the whole thing easier. So for this demonstration, we'll be starting off with this because this one is bigger than this. So we need something. So it has to be in steps. The bigger media has to be the bed, has to come first, then followed by the smoother one. Okay, so normally this would have been the first, then followed by the smoother media. This one is around 1 mm in diameter. Disinfecting your water, you need to use calcium hypochlorite or chlorine. You need to use chlorine to disinfect the media so as to be able to use it. You can see that, hygiene culture here back home is not all that good. So just we don't even know where they are all coming from. Probably from the beach where it has been littered and whatever. Fecal deposit and things. Just for you to be able to get the best out of this, so you pour some chlorine. You can either disinfect them before you pour them into the tank, or you can do mass disinfection. That's after pouring the media into the tank, then you pour the chlorine into the tank before you run the system. So the first media will be pouring inside is this one. You can see glass. You can see glass. You see some other particles in the media. But it's in as much as you won't be drinking the water. If it's going to be for your fish farming, it's still going to work. Sand. Look here, you see the level of the sand. So that's the level of the sand in the tank. Normally, the total volume should be should get here, but the gravel, the total volume of the gravel. So if we can even get the sand to get to about something like here, that should be around 60%, 65% of the total volume of the tank. That should be okay. So after pouring the 3 bags I bought outside, the gravel and the graffiato sand, see, that's the level. That's the level of the whole media. That should be around 70% of the total volume. Okay, that should be around 70% of the total volume. Then once you are done with this, it's now be left for you to put the backwashable head. The head is actually what makes this system different. This is what makes the system different from the rest. Okay, that's what makes the system different from the rest. Now, that's the head. That's the head that we'll be using. That's the head that we will be using. This one is the clear valve head. So this one. But before this, you also need to put the strainer. You need to put this strainer. You need to connect the strainer to the top ear. This, it has grooves. So you set it. So that's it. Then you push this into the pipe. That's it. Look here, you see the arrow pointing inward. Here, this you see another arrow here pointing out to, but it's not very clear. If you look closely, you'll see the arrow. That's the arrow there pointing outward. So this will be your inlet. This will be your outlet. Okay, and here is going to be where your backwash water or your wastewater is going to come from. Now, buying something like this, if you are not going to be using the backwashable head, you either rinse your media before you pour them into the tank. You either rinse them before you pour them into the tank, and anytime anytime you want to do the servicing of the system, you will need to empty the whole tank. You empty the whole tank, wash your media with calcium hypochlorite before pouring it back into the tank. But if you have the backwashable head like this, you only turn the valve. When you turn the valve here, it's going to do backwash. You can do the backwash for like 15 to 20 minutes for the dirt and the particles and the particulate, whatever, that the system has already trapped, to be washed out. If you don't have this particular head, you won't be able to do that. And all these things are the main reason why, a few of the main reasons why, this particular system setup is a little bit expensive than when you use the drum or the gravity system. The gravity system too, if you want me to show you how to do that, I can also show you how to do that. Kindly comment. That one is quite cheap. I think even with less than 600, 700 cedis, you should be able to set up a gravity system. Okay, so that's for this particular system. And with this system, apart from the cost of the tank and the head, the sand, the gravel, all cost us about 100 cedis, about 100 Ghana cedis. But the tank itself is more than 1,000 Ghana cedis. So that's actually the whole thing about the multimedia system. This one is actually not a multimedia system, though. It's just gravel and sand. If you are looking at but if your water source is Ghana water, you may need to consider adding carbon. You need to consider adding carbon to your system. And the reason for carbon is because Ghana water do normally come with chlorine. And your fish or your aquatic animal, wherever that you, most especially the fishes, they don't thrive well in chlorinated water. So you need to take out the chlorine from the water. And how do you do that? You install carbon system, or you install carbon media. So in doing the multimedia system, you can actually add carbon in doing the multimedia system, you can add carbon to your tank. So meaning you can use 20% for 10% for gravel, 10% gravel, then about 40% for so 10. So you can do 10% gravel, then about let me say 40% smooth sand, then about the rest, about 30% or 40% extra. I mean, of the 70% as carbon, or you just get a separate carbon system. You get a separate carbon system for you to be able to remove the chlorine. And we also have imported carbons as well. So let me show you what that looks like. So here, let me show you. Here's the activated carbon imported. So you can see, I mean, it's more, I mean, is it dimensional? The sizes are, this is around 5 mm. You can actually get a charcoal. If you look closely, this one is actually palm kernel shell. This is palm kernel shell activated carbon. So this one has been activated, chemically activated. But you can actually, so this one has been chemically activated. You can actually use, you can go, I mean, you can buy charcoal. Just that that one wouldn't be, I mean, it's not going to be activated carbon. It's just carbon. It's just charcoal. So you use your charcoal, then you can break it into smaller size, and then you pour it into. I mean, if you can get something as small and tiny like this, it will be good. And if you can't, fine. Then just make sure and do as much as possible to get something smoother, for you to be able, for the carbon to be able to absorb the chlorine from the water, so as to prevent chlorine entering into your pond. So that's actually how you can. Okay, before I go, let me show you how you can actually do, or if you want me to show you how to do the if you want me to show you how to do the gravity filter, which is also quite, I mean, affordable. It can be something like this. You can actually get something, a drum like this. You get, I mean, you punch a hole here. The water is going to seep through. Then from the base of this bucket or whatever, I don't know how you call this. Then the water seeps down. But instead of having your gravel at the base, your gravel is going to be on the top, meaning smooth sand is going to be at the base. The bigger media sizes will be on top. So I will show you how to do that in my next video. And also I will show you how to also desalinate your water using the membrane system. I will show you how to desalinate your water, how to even set it up yourself, where to get materials to buy. We sell all those materials, actually. We sell that, we import that. So where to get those materials to buy, how to set them up, and how to get the best out of your system. So please follow, like, and share this video to whoever is going to benefit, whoever is entering into fish farming, whoever wants to purify their water, whoever wants to sterilize their water. Kindly get in touch. I can set up a system for you. I can teach you on how to set up a system for yourself. If you also want to sterilize your water, maybe it has microbes, you want to use UV sterilization, I can actually advise you. I mean, just stick around, subscribe. You will see all that here and how to follow them step by step. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.